Okay, I think we are live. Let me bring Nikki in. Thank you,
I'm
Nikki.
here.
Yay. Well, you actually are here. You're just
Yeah.
in the other room.
Yeah, and about 5 meters from you, roughly.
Yeah, we just went to other spaces so we wouldn't be all echoey and this way it'll look like what it does when you're back in Australia too, right?
Yeah, correct. Except I don't have a chair as nice as this, but
Yeah, you're in Michael's little comfy chair there. It looks like it's a little big for you there, but it must be comfortable.
yeah, it's big.
He's just a little bit bigger, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just thought we'll try to keep this under 15 minutes because last time we aimed for 5 and then we went 15, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I thought, with your surgery tomorrow, we should update some people about what's happened since you got here. And you asked me what we're going to talk about, and you know me, I'm like, I'll just ask you questions. We'll just go with it. So let's keep everybody updated. So a lot of people may not have watched your original stream, but I can link it below if they want to watch. About how
Yeah.
you got diagnosed, no family history, blah blah blah, the chemo. You went through all the things, and then you found it. They told you palliative chemo. You you researched, found 3 doctors that had really good success rates with nanoknife surgery, with immunotherapy. And yes, I'm talking fast, but if people can watch this later slower, because we're just trying to keep them up to where we are now. And then one of the doctors happens to be in Fort Lauderdale. You reached out to me. You and I have never met in person before. We connected on socials back in 2018, like a lot of women do. And
Yeah.
because of that, you reached out and you said, hey, there's this doctor. How far is this from your house? And I said, about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. And you said, really? And I said, yeah. And I said, why? And you told me. And then I said, so when you showing up? And then it all got arranged, right? It all got arranged for you to come. You did all the telehealth stuff. Then we went and picked you up at the horrendous Miami airport.
Yeah. Felt like I was back in the Philippines with like the horns going everywhere and crazy drivers too.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't
Yeah.
think that was the US, but anyway.
And that's, of course, I have to back up because that was after an 8-hour train ride from where you live to
Yeah.
Sydney, then a flight from Sydney to Auckland, another flight
Yeah.
from Auckland to
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
And then you guys were zombies walking around the Houston airport until you got onto your flight going from Houston to Miami. And then they had all of the pickup lanes for people that know airports here in the United States. Normally they'll have like a lane that the regular people can pick up. They'll have a lane for like buses and taxis, and they'll have like a rideshare lane. Well, they had all the lanes closed, so we had to only go through the rideshare lane where everybody's stopping
Yeah.
and driving crazy. And she was at door number 22, and I'm texting her, "We're at door 1," and then like waiting forever. We're at door 3.
Yeah, but you found us. We
Yes,
just
we
stood in
found you.
front of the sign and
Yep,
just
and
waited.
Michael had the car already. He zipped you in there, and he had drinks
Yeah,
and phone chargers ready to go.
yeah, the fully organized person. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And somebody that we met on Saturday, you probably know who it is texting us, is emailing us right now as you and I are talking
Okay.
because she just landed in LA. You know who that is?
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah,
Yeah.
the doctor. Yeah. So, so you guys recovered quickly, and on Thursday we went out and about, didn't we?
That's right. I can't remember exactly what we did Thursday, but there was a fair bit of shopping involved, I think.
Well, remember we went to that nice restaurant that you said
Oh,
this is a
yeah.
really upscale restaurant. I'm like, this is a casual restaurant, darling. You're in Wellington, Florida now.
It's like it's not the same word, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
I know. and
Yeah.
everybody was really nice there. Then Michael had to zip off to an appointment, and then you and myself and Angelina went to what you kept asking me, can we go? Can we go? And where'd we go?
I've got a blank now. You
The
gotta.
beach.
Oh, the beach. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because it's like it's only been what? We've only been here 3 days
You've been
and
here 5 days, but yes,
5 days. Okay, so but there's been so much stuff happening
so much stuff.
already,
Yes.
and so
And
much
we're already at
stress,
5 minutes, and that's how fast I talked, and we're still at 5 minutes already. Can you believe it? We're gonna try to have to go fast.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, we gotta go
So we
fast.
went to the beach. You guys had a fun time at the beach, and then I took you guys to Costco where the cheese was big as your head. And that was an
Yeah, we
experience.
posted some stories about that. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll share more stuff about that. And then, and of course, your daughter had to go into a super Target. Remember, super Target, and
yeah,
get a Starbucks.
Target. Yeah, super Target.
Super Target,
Yeah.
and get her a Starbucks. And then Friday I had to do work mode, so Michael took you guys around for a little bit. You guys went to the mall and some shopping.
Yeah.
Then at the end of my work day, because I was doing all the stuff for the pelvic floor PT admin stuff, we met up for pedicures. And you weren't going to get one, but you did.
Yeah, and it was really nice. And the guy
Yeah,
that did it for me was from Vietnam, and then I just, just talked to him a bit and took a photo of his tattoo, and
yeah,
yeah, and just enjoyed the whole experience. Never had
right.
before, so yeah.
And I forgot. We'll
Oh,
have to back up only for
Thursday
a minute
night.
because we can't talk about what happened Thursday night with the whole
Um,
the bank from Australia transferring the money to the doctor, the surgeon himself, not the
yeah,
hospital part, but just the surgeon. We got that text or message around like 11 o'clock at night. I was already brushing my teeth, and you messaged me. I was in our bedroom, and you were in your
yeah,
bedroom, and you get this message. I come out, and we found out that even though you had wire transferred the money a week and a half ago, it
yeah,
had not received the doctor. So we had
yeah,
to go through all of the call center stuff. Remember all those craziness? And then, of course, in Australia, it was already the next day, but they were open, thankfully, because that would have been
well,
already like that. It was already Friday evening for them or
we had no
afternoon.
choice. We had no
Yeah,
choice but to stay
yeah,
up
we had no
late
choice because
that
they
night.
were holding your money hostage.
Yeah, because if we hadn't managed to connect with them then, it would have been too late, because then we would not have been able to talk to them until Sunday. And by
Right.
that time, the surgeon would have postponed the surgery because he
Well,
needs to
yeah,
have
but
the money.
we already said we would take care of it at that point, but still,
Yeah,
So that
still,
was a
yeah.
fun 3 hour conversation with the middle bank. We found out there's a middle bank. And
Yeah,
when I told you what happened, I said, I really think they were just holding your money hostage so they
yeah.
could make money off of interest.
Well, of course, because it's
Yeah.
not a small sum of money. It's not
No,
like
no,
I'm
darling.
transferring a
It
hundred
is not.
dollars. So,
Yeah, so
yeah,
that was the first hurdle. And then I woke up before the rest of the house on Friday morning and I read that thing on your sheet about the PET scan. So I called up and talked to
oh yeah,
now I know her name is Dara, and rescheduled you from the 6:30 a.m. PET scan that they had for you to do this morning. That would have been
yeah,
this morning, remember?
yeah,
And we moved it to
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
So that was good. So we were
And
able to
it was
go
and it
and
was a
closer.
plus. Yeah, because 30 minutes. What was that? Yeah, 30 minutes drive instead of an hour plus possibly,
Plus the time.
and at the right time as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to get up in the house at 5 a.m. to go to do a PET scan an hour away.
Yeah, and especially that. I mean, I wasn't allowed to eat. I mean, it was a bit later,
No.
but still, yeah,
Yeah.
still,
So
yeah.
then
So,
I think Friday night we watched half a movie and we were all so tired and fell asleep by
yep.
the end of because we were up till 3 a.m. arguing with the bank people, to really on Friday morning. And then Saturday we all again got in the car and I was doing my Zoom with my grief share group,
Yeah, you were
and
multitasking.
yeah. While you
Yeah,
guys were talking and driving down to Boca, dropped you off at the PET scan, and then
yeah,
Angelina, because you had to be there for like almost 2.5 hours, I think it ended up being, or
yeah,
longer. Yeah. And then
yeah.
that's when Angelina and Michael and I got to the Boca Town Center, which is a very different mall than the
It's
most of the
yeah,
malls in America.
yeah. I mean, it's like so upper class there. And the
And
nice
how
thing
many?
is
I
like
think
all the dogs
I
are.
don't remember how many dogs we saw because we
Oh
picked
yeah,
you back up and grabbed some sushi, which we all loved. That was a great
oh
sushi
yeah,
place.
yeah. That sushi
Hmm.
place was unreal. And I
Yeah,
forgot to
yeah.
take the business card. I was
Oh, I've
collecting
got
the
it for
business
you.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got it for
I'm
you.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then we took you to the mall because I had already been going around, and anytime I walked to the store, me, my mouth doesn't shut, and I was telling people that we're walking the mall because you're getting a PET scan, and then I met these amazing people. So now I know all these people that we're going to help with more of their own non-for-profits,
Yep.
with the online store that you and I are part of, with the wholesale shopping thing. But we met so many amazing people, lots of dogs, a lot. This mall,
Yep.
everybody's walking their dog, or they're pushing their dog in a stroller.
Or the dog is in a purse. I
Yeah,
saw one
that's
of them.
right. The dog's in the purse. You're right.
Yeah. But it's basically the dog is the one that allows all this community
Yes.
to build up. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, there was loads of
And then we
that
met
going
so
on.
many people because we met the dog is why we met the physician that just emailed me because we
Yeah.
found out from her husband who was holding the dog, well, not holding the dog, but the dog on the leash, that she had her own battle or is on her own battle with endometriosis cancer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
from the uterine lining and stuff, and she would not let you go, darling. She wanted to talk to you.
Oh
She
yeah,
found out all
yeah.
the things that you did and what you're doing and
Yeah.
why it's made such a big impact on how your body's recovered from the chemo and the surgery you're having coming up and all the things. So she
Yeah.
was so excited that after we finally got to walk away, she emailed us before we even got home, and
Yeah, that's
she
right.
called me
Yeah.
Sunday morning privately. She just called me out of the blue to thank us so much for
Sunday
having those
morning.
conversations. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then
cool. Really.
there's so many other people we talked to and everything, but we're already over at 11 minutes, so I'll stop talking about the
Okay.
people because the people we can go back to because there's so many of those people that we're going to help with non-for-profits and the things that they've got going on, and then the protocols that we're sharing that you've been using and stuff
Yeah.
too. But then Sunday you got to meet my parents.
Yeah. At the country. Is that the country club? Is that what we call
Yeah,
it?
Wycliffe. Yeah, Wycliffe
Yeah.
Country Club. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that was like a whole different, high level experience again, because
Yeah.
we would never be allowed in a place like that in Australia. I don't even know whether they exist anyway. But
And
yeah,
that
was
one is not a high up one, darling. That was not a high up one for
well,
this
it
area,
really
but for you
felt
it
high up.
was.
So.
I know. And because of the fun buffet they have there for such a reasonable price, you decided to indulge a little bit because you don't normally
Yeah.
eat any carbs or sugar really. Not besides vegetables and fruits. You don't really eat any regular
Yeah,
carbohydrates
no,
or high
no,
glycemic
because
carbohydrates or sugar.
those
Yeah,
meals were definitely the stuff that I haven't eaten since probably June last year. I
yeah.
haven't had like cakes on the light, but I just couldn't pass. There was just, yeah,
Well, they
my
put it right
GI.
up front. It was before the rest of the buffet. You saw that, right? They
Yeah,
had the
yes, it's
pastries first.
right in front of it, so that to make sure you don't miss it.
Right.
But yeah, the thing is, my GI really told me afterwards that that was not a good idea. But
Yeah.
I
Well, yeah,
like one.
your body, you had to pay for those choices, but it tasted good while you were enjoying it.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
That's correct.
yeah,
And then I did forget to mention, but I think we can talk about it now. Oh, then yesterday you also I had to come back and work again, catching up on work. Um, you and Michael went and did some photography finally. That's what you love to
yeah,
do, and he loves to do. And you guys went to the nature area that's kind of close to the. It's kind of like I
yep,
told people it's at the north end of the Everglades because it's not that far. The Everglades kind
yeah.
of just
That's
really
right. Yeah,
streams through. So you guys got to
yeah.
see lots of good stuff. What did Angelina find that you were all excited about?
And she found an alligator,
Yeah.
and an alligator that was, I don't know what he was doing, sleeping maybe, but he was out of the water, so you could see the full body. So that was good. And he wasn't really near us, so that's good too. Like not on the
Yeah.
path or anything. But yeah, and then we got to see loads of birds, except for the herons and the bin chicken, like we call them bin chicken, the ibis. All the
Yes.
others, I couldn't tell you the name, or ducks. There are all sorts of ducks as well. I don't
Yeah.
know what their names were, but we saw them.
I thought that was so funny when the ibis were in the backyard behind our house here the first
Yeah.
time, and Angelina goes, "Oh, you guys have bin chickens." I'm like, "Oh, what?" She's like, "Bin
Michael
chickens."
Michael knew the name, so
Yeah.
obviously he saw them in Australia too. Yeah, yeah.
Is
He
there is
knew.
there is there much that Michael doesn't know? I mean, really.
Nah, probably not.
Exactly.
Nah.
Maybe some of the
Yeah.
female things, but pretty good on that too.
Oh,
He was
but
with me the
yeah,
whole time,
yeah,
you know.
even that, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
today, you guys loaded up while I got to work again, and went and did all the pre-op stuff. So you finally
Yeah.
got to meet your physician, your
So
surgeon.
yeah, I met the surgeon this morning, and because we originally thought that that was going to be a 2 hours conversation explaining all the ins and outs of the procedure, everything. But because we had talked so much before I got here, so because
Yeah,
obviously you want to check out the guy before you fly for 24 hours,
for sure.
that went very, very smoothly, very quickly. Um, yeah, and he pretty much said that there's nothing bad. There was nothing extra on my PET scan because he showed it all to me, put it on that
Right.
big screen, and then just went through all the levels.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing in my brain, bad. He said, yeah, there's
Yeah.
loads of activity here, but there's not the Christmas tree light up thing that they don't want to see. There's
Right.
nothing in my, what they called again,
Oh, your
my
nodes, your
appendix
lymph
there.
nodes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing there, and there's nothing in my lungs. There was
Yeah.
a couple of extra tiny little thing on my liver, but that's, nothing to be concerned, nothing that he can't deal with. And from what I think the tumor itself was the same as what it was on the previous scan.
Right.
So I think
All good news. All good news, my
yeah,
friend.
like the reason why my markers had been going up is I think it's because of the extra spots I got on my liver, which just means that it's active, but it's not really doing that much. So
No.
see, I'm losing my voice already.
I know. I hear that. We've been talking so much. And then you went to the hospital and you did a few
Yeah.
things, your blood work and all too.
So yeah, so because we didn't talk for that long, we ended up finishing fairly early. Michael and Angelina only had time to go to Starbucks and get coffee and drinks there. Went back to the car, and before they knew it, I was already at the car. So we went to the hospital, and we Michael said, like, let's just try to get in early because we finished here, so why not? And they got us in straight away,
Nice.
and they canceled the chest X-ray because I had a PET scan, so there was no point. And fewer scans is always better because
Oh, for sure.
you
For
don't like
sure.
the exposure to
Yeah.
to the activity that from the scans, so that's not good.
Right.
Um, one like the nurse that took my blood, it was like zip zip zip, blood taken, bang, like 2 minutes thing. In
Yeah.
Australia, they take a lot longer to get my blood somehow because my veins normally don't cooperate. But that girl was so fast that the vein didn't have time to think.
Yeah. And that's what we were talking about because I told you you have veins like me. They like to roll, they call them
Yeah,
roll away
yeah,
veins. She
yeah,
put the
yeah. Like,
butterfly in. Yeah, she put a butterfly in it so it was
oh
nice and
yeah,
easy for you.
but
Yeah.
normally they roll even when they do that.
Oh,
Like they
really?
move. Yeah, it's like because they do the tappy tappy thing first.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Mm-hmm.
didn't. She just used her eyes. She
Ah,
saw it and then just went bang, and that was it.
good. Good.
Yeah. I have to say the people at that hospital, super
Mm-hmm.
friendly, super pleasant. They're all smiling. So I thought, that's a good sign. If people are happy working there, it must be a good hospital.
Yeah, and that you're so right. You can tell the difference by the energy of the people.
Yeah,
Just like I
yeah.
think when you and I were walking the mall, we weren't out seeking to talk to people, but so many people were coming up to you because of your good energy and how you're showing up.
Or
And
maybe
like
that's why, yeah.
I remember even when we talked to the doctor for such a long time, the one that has or had endometrial cancer, she even said, "You have cancer. You don't look like you have cancer."
No.
She kept saying that to you over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah, but like people at the hospital today, it was the same
Mhm,
thing. It's like the nurse that took us in, like not the one that took my blood, but the previous one. It's like,
mhm.
if I didn't know why you were here, I would have never guessed. And the girl
See?
that checked us in as well, same thing. Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Yeah.
Although like the light is not quite as good as in your office, so I don't look as peaky, but I think I
Yeah,
am
you have
peaky.
shadows. Michael needs to work on lighting over there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I don't think you have the light above you on. That would have helped if you put the light above you
There
on.
is a light above, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's not the color that makes you, yeah, no.
No, no. And I just have my regular office light in front of me. I don't have my fun light, but
Yeah.
I know it. I know we're already at 20 minutes now. We actually went longer when we wanted to go shorter, but
Okay.
I thought we should wrap it up. I'll just say that as you guys are driving home, I got the call from the hospital to verify that you will be showing up tomorrow at noon Eastern time
Yep.
at the
Yep.
surgery center. Tonight will be your last supper, darling. With this cancer in your body. How's that? The Last Supper
Sounds
with this
good.
cancer in your body. That's right.
So yeah, hopefully
Uh,
next time I eat
yeah,
food, it will be without that thing there.
yeah, that's right. The Last
Yeah.
Supper with the cancer in the body. As you reminded me earlier, 96% success rate of no cancer ever again after you're having your nanoknife surgery with immunotherapy with Dr. Robert Donaway from Atlas Oncology. I'll go ahead and give him the full plug, saying all the things of who he is and the great man that he is, his wonderful wife,
Yep.
Catherine. They really do this from their hearts, like you and I know.
Yep.
They're not really making any money off of this
No.
surgery itself. I'm sure the hospital it is, but they are not. Because you and I know that the hospital gets paid more than he does. Which
Yeah.
so someone who
Like,
worked for a surgeon before, I can tell you that's the way. Isn't that sad that the surgeon who does all the
yeah.
skills brings the patients to the facility gets paid less than the
Yeah.
facility itself?
1/3. It's roughly
Yes,
1/3.
1/3. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's for another Zoom. We can talk about the sick care system that we have. Because you and I can talk about a lot of things. We can talk about crypto. We can talk about helping non-for-profits. We can talk about people keeping more money in their wallets, whatever kind of wallets they have. We can talk about sick care. I know you have some great protocols that you're sharing with people
Yeah.
regarding inflammation and cancer in the body. And you and I were up till 2 in the morning last night working on those protocols because we wanted to have them so that they're available for a lot of people that do desire this. But we, of course, are not medical professionals. We do not diagnose, cure,
No.
present, or treat illnesses. We're just people that have had a lot of experiences in life and try to do as much good as we can. So tonight we'll have your last meal with your cancer in your body, and you get to take the nice Herba Cleanse shower, and then another Herba Cleanse shower in the morning, and then you're
Yep.
on electrolytes only by sipping until 11 a.m. Eastern time, and
And
then
then yeah, stop
surgery.
everything then. Yep.
Yep, surgery will be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You'll
Yep.
stay overnight. So
Yep.
I'm sorry, I cannot tell you what kind of accommodations you'll have. They will not be my house. Not that it's that's the best, but
Oh well, at least I'll have a bed.
yes, you'll have a bed for sure, and you'll have someone taking care of you.
Yeah.
And then Michael will pick you up on Wednesday because
Yeah.
unfortunately I have a legal matter I have to handle. But life is
Yeah.
life, and I'm here for you 100% as much as I
Oh
can. And I
yeah.
know there's a lot of people cheering for you. And here we are at 23 minutes and 15 seconds when we said we were going to keep it at 5. How do you think about that?
Yeah, that's good. I just have to say I couldn't do any of this without you and Michael. That's
Oh.
100%. So you say you 100%. No, you're not 100%. You're like 500% or something close to that. And we
It's
were
my
only online
pleasure.
friends.
I know that when we initially met back in 2018, we had no idea
No.
why we met, but we helped each other through a lot of stuff. I can say nice to put it nicely.
Yeah.
But now we know that we're here together not just for this for you, but I know that we're here together to help more people, and I
Yeah.
think that's
It was.
our biggest goal
Yeah.
why we're here.
Yeah.
Because I even wrote a post about this morning about some other stuff, and I was like, as long as we're breathing air on this planet, we just got to do more good for others because
Yeah.
why not? Why else are we here? Why else are we here?
Yeah. If you're not there to help, you have no place in this world, really.
Agreed.
That's totally
Agreed.
my view as well. So yeah. So
Well,
the next
there's a
update.
lot of people praying over you and for you in the
Oh yeah.
hospital and the surgery and
Yeah.
all the things. People that are just getting to know you, people that have known you for a long time. I know you have a whole group of women and men that you're in a Facebook group that are helping each other with different avenues for people dealing with cancer, and you are definitely one of their heroes. They tell you that all the time. They're so proud of you.
Sounds like that. And it's all because of sharing what I know. It's really no skin off my nose to do that. But apparently it's not what everyone does. So
correct.
Yeah.
Very much so correct. So we blew it. We went 25 minutes instead of 5, but we've had a lot happen in the 5 days that you've been here so far.
Yeah. And we'll do the next update when I come up the other side.
Yes, we'll do the next update, seeing how you feel. We'll do it either Wednesday or Thursday this week, just a couple days. And I'll keep people, of course, posted on social media, how everything goes tomorrow, the next day, all the things. And anything else you want to share? Because I've talked a lot.
No, I think it's just a bit of anticipation right now, but I can't back out.
Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited because we know that we're finally to the finish line,
Yeah.
But it's only the finish line for the cancer, because we're moving forward with a lot of really good things to help more people. And unlike a lot of people that need to monetize off of those things, we're not doing that. We're just sharing the goodness so people can pay it forward and continue to pay it forward, and all the things that we should be doing in life, right?
That's correct.
That's right. Okay, well, I'm going to hang up and I'll open the office door and I'll go see you.
Okay.
Okay.
On the next live.
Yep.